Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN, one-click protection for all your devices. Securing yourself could not be easier. Visit expressvpn.com/inside. Welcome to Inside Gaming. I'm Brian. It's weekend roundup time. Guys, things continue to be a trash fire at Activision Blizzard. Actually, the trash fire has now started several smaller trash fires, and those trash fires are thinking, maybe I should get into the starting trash fire business. It's really bad. We've got 3 more high-profile departures at Blizzard in the wake of the sexual harassment scandal. And the big one, Diablo IV game director Louis Barriga, along with lead designer Jesse McCree and World of Warcraft designer Jonathan LeCraft, were all let go from Blizzard this week as the fallout continues from the scandal. Fallout is really putting it mildly. This was Fallout New Vegas levels of Fallout. An Activision Blizzard spokesperson confirmed their departures to Kotaku, saying, "We can confirm Louis Barriga, Jesse McCree, and Jonathan LeCraft are no longer with the company." And they went on to say, we've still got some great talent, but when your game director leaves of one of your biggest upcoming games, that is really, really bad. Now, Kotaku didn't point to a reason for the departures, but obviously this is happening as the developer is embroiled in scandal after the state of California sued Activision Blizzard alleging widespread sexual harassment and discrimination. You probably heard about it all at this point. We've done videos, but it boils down to the developer, particularly Blizzard, had a very, very toxic work environment when it came to women, to say the least. All right, we talked about Barriga. He's Diablo IV director. Now, McCree might stick out because he is known for being the namesake of the character in Overwatch. He's also a designer on Diablo IV, but he's also one of several current and former Blizzard developers who were in that now infamous shot of the Cosby Suite from BlizzCon in 2013. LeCraft was also in the Cosby Suite photo. As for Barriga, he's been at Blizzard since 2006, obviously has been front and center for the Diablo IV remake since he's the director. Well, he was. Kotaku also noted that last year, Rod Ferguson, who is an industry veteran, announced he was leaving Microsoft and the studio The Coalition to join Blizzard and oversee the Diablo franchise. Maybe he's in charge now. Who the hell knows who's in charge now at Blizzard? Probably nobody with any kind of track record at Blizzard should be in charge of Blizzard going forward. Oh, and while all of this is going on, one of their biggest upcoming games is being delayed. Yeah, I'm talking about Overwatch 2, the sequel that was announced nearly 2 years ago at BlizzCon. Lots of people were hoping that it would release next year. Earlier this month, Blizzard officials told investors that the game's development passed an important internal milestone in recent weeks. They also said they were looking forward to revealing more about the game in the coming months as they, quote, approach the later stages of production. So they are definitely giving signals that it was winding down, that development was wrapping up. Now, that was all really promising, but a well-known leaker has said that all might not be well behind the scenes. No, really, at Blizzard, all might not be well behind the scenes? Yeah, I get that feeling too. This comes from the well-known leaker Metro, who is one of the more credible sources on Overwatch. They tweeted, "I've heard from multiple people close to my original source with Overwatch 2 that the development is taking longer than expected. From what I can gather, a release in 2022 does not seem likely anymore." Then on a stream, Metro elaborated, adding, "From what I've gathered, the new heroes are done mostly. They have a basic single-player campaign completely done, basically. They also have the new maps done for multiplayer." Sounds good, right? Everything sounds like it's almost done, but there's one giant thing they apparently overlooked. Metro went on to say that the thing they have not done is they did not consider anything in terms of reworking heroes. For instance, they hadn't even considered how McCree might be completely busted with a stun in Overwatch 2. He added that it was only after people told developers how broken certain heroes were, they realized how much reworking of existing heroes still needs to be done. Obviously, that's very important for a multiplayer game. So maybe 2023, maybe 2024, maybe Blizzard won't exist anymore in 2024. Who knows? They will. Spoiler. Meanwhile, Activision Blizzard has vowed to do better in the wake of the sexual harassment scandal, but one shareholder group says that the company's response has been inadequate. No, really? Yes, this comes from the SOC Investment Group. That's a shareholder of the company, and they're kind of known for calling out unethical corporate behavior as well as what they call excessive executive pay. Axios reports that SOC Executive Director Dieter Weisenegger wrote in a letter that Activision Blizzard's promises to improve its culture do not go, quote, nearly far enough to address the deep and widespread issues with equity, inclusion, and human capital management that the company is facing. They blasted the selection of law firm WilmerHale to do a third-party review of Activision Blizzard, noting that this firm has a sterling reputation as a defender of the wealthy and connected, but it has no track record of uncovering wrongdoing. Yeah, why do you think they picked them? They also said that no changes have been announced or proposed that would in any way alter the current process for filling vacancies either to the board of directors or to senior management. SOC called on Activision Blizzard to increase its board diversity as well as clawback bonuses from the executives found to have engaged in or enabled abusive behavior, and to, quote, award no bonuses for 2021. Good luck with that. It's a great idea, but I still feel like they're going to give themselves bonuses. Bobby Kotick isn't going to go home with no bonuses for 2021. They also called for a company-wide review that will encompass the full range of concerns, including inequities rooted in gender identity, sexuality, and race. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick said earlier this month in a conference call with investors that there's no place at our company where discrimination, harassment, or unequal treatment of any kind will be tolerated. He added, starting now, right after I said this. Just kidding, he didn't say that. He added that Activision Blizzard will be the company that sets the example for this in our industry. Well, they have definitely set the example for something, that's for sure. All right, we'll get to the rest of the stories in just a second. But first, guys, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart, beer. Yes, this episode sponsored by Voodoo Ranger. I love Voodoo Ranger. Voodoo Ranger, what are they? They're the beer that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's made for people who don't take themselves too seriously either. You can seriously choose which Voodoo beer to drink just based on the can design and still know that it's gonna taste great. They have cool can designs too. There's like skulls and stuff. And truly, after all the seriousness we've been through, don't you want something fun and refreshing right now? Of course you do. That's what beer's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun and refreshing. Because if there's one thing that Voodoo Ranger does take seriously, it's how great their beers taste. I am a huge fan of Voodoo Ranger. I've celebrated them for many, many years, even before they were sponsoring us. I love IPAs, and I know you're thinking, Brian, you're a middle-aged white dude who likes IPAs. You must be some kind of unicorn or something. I know, but I love them. I can recommend Captain Dynamite. It's kind of a hazy IPA. Ooh, it's all cloudy. It's loaded with tropical citrus flavors. Oh, it's got that nice hoppy taste still. I love them. Voodoo's Imperial IPA, another great choice. They taste great. Visit Voodoo Ranger on Instagram and Twitter to learn more and live rangerously. Get it? Thank you, Voodoo Ranger. I seriously do love your beer very much. Send me another couple cases and we'll be cool. On to the rest of the stories. It's about that time of year again, guys. We have leaked info on the next Call of Duty game. You can set your watch by it. And it's going to be called Call of Duty Vanguard. Looking a little Battlefield-ish, a little bit. Charlie Intel got a hold of some images of the game's logo and artwork, which were found in the files of Black Ops Cold War after the Season 5 update. Others also started to leak the images too. They seem to suggest there's going to be like a standard edition, a cross-gen bundle, an ultimate edition. Some are going to offer early access to an open beta, pretty standard stuff. The images also show Lucas, Polina, and Wade operator skins, along with weapons including the Breacher assault rifle, the Snowstorm marksman rifle, and the Thunderhead submachine gun. The leaker Tom Henderson also said Activision is planning to reveal Call of Duty Vanguard August 19th. That is just around the corner. He also seemed to hint at a November 5 release date, so we will see. Video Games Chronicle reports that the game is being developed by Sledgehammer Games and will likely be revealed via an in-game event in Warzone. They said it'll feature a campaign, multiplayer, zombies modes. It's all set in the European and Pacific theaters of World War II, with its plot centering around the birth of modern Allied special forces. So there you go. All right, so there's been lots of talk in recent months that we could be getting some remasters of classic Grand Theft Auto games, specifically GTA 3, awesome, GTA Vice City, even more awesome, and GTA San Andreas, the most awesome. Yes, please do this. Well, Kotaku confirmed, yes, Rockstar is remaking all three of those games for consoles, including the Switch. Sweet. Specifically, they reported that Rockstar is actively developing remasters of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. All three are being remastered using the Unreal Engine, and there will be a mix of new and old graphics. One source said that the visuals reminded them of a heavily modded version of a classic GTA game. The UI is being updated too for the games, but they said it will retain the same classic style. Kotaku has been told the remasters are trying to stay as true to the PS2 era GTA games as much as possible. They said it's being headed up by the newish studio Rockstar Dundee in Scotland, and the remasters are planned to launch around late October or early November for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, PC, Stadia, and mobile phones. So that's pretty huge. Those are 3 classics, and a remaster has been something that people have asked for a long time. All right, we've got a new South Park game in the works, and that confirmation comes from none other than co-creator Matt Stone. So you should know. Bloomberg reported on Stone and co-creator Trey Parker's $900 million deal with Viacom CBS that will see them continue to make the show until Series 30 and create 14 movies for the franchise. There's also an unnamed game in the works as part of that deal at Parker and Stone's internal studio. A separate note from Bloomberg in a newsletter cited an email from Matt Stone as confirmation that yes, a new South Park game is happening. It's real. Maybe they're not partnering with Ubisoft this time around. There are rumors that the game will be 3D and that Parker and Stone are funding it themselves. They got the money, so they could do that. Good for them. They're at the point they could fund 3 of these if they wanted to. All right, so here's a weird one. You know how Epic Games has been on a rampage against Apple and Google when it comes to Fortnite's mobile game? Well, apparently at one point, Google considered buying Epic just to squash the whole mess. That's what you can do when you're a giant tech overlord. This was reported by The Verge, who got a hold of some unsealed court filings. If you will recall, Epic claimed that Google was threatened by its plans to sidestep Google's official Play Store commission, so they were going to distribute Fortnite through other channels, the whole side-loading thing. Remember, Google apparently referred to Epic's plans as a contagion, and Epic accused Google of, quote, contemplating buying some or all of Epic to squelch this threat. In a tweet, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney said the plan was, quote, unbeknownst to us at the time. A Google spokesperson told The Verge that Epic's lawsuit is baseless and mischaracterizes our business conversations. Android provides more choices in mobile devices for developers and consumers. So there you go. All right, time for a 5-second review. It's a Metroidvania, which is a reference to Metroid and Castlevania, which they released in... Oh, God. I got to start saving for retirement. I'm really old. All right, let's talk about the games coming out next week. First up, Greek Memories of Azure is a beautiful single-player adventure with hand-drawn animations. You will take the role of 3 siblings, Greek, Adara, and Raydel, to guide them through the land of Azure. Alternate control between them, use their unique abilities to escape from the Urlag invasion. It comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, and Switch August 17th. Humankind is a historical strategy game where you will rewrite the entire narrative of humankind, a convergence of culture, history, and values that allows you to create a civilization that is unique as you are. How far will you push humankind? It comes to PC and Stadia August 17th. Pile Up ticks all the right boxes as a family-friendly cooperative 3D platformer. Jump up, slide down, play together, and carry the load. It comes to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch August 17th. Out of Line is a unique adventure game filled with beautiful puzzles, all hand-drawn in an original 2D style. It follows the adventures of San in a quest to escape the factory that was once home. Dive into a story set in a mysterious world that is revealed through multiple chapters. It comes to Switch August 18th. Skydome! Choose a champion, sharpen your skills to win tower defense battles full of multiplayer action. Powerful heroes with unique skills and towers means thousands of combinations of 4v4 matches packed with deadly mazes, relentless minions, and merciless monsters. It comes to PC August 18th. Mayhem Brawler is an urban fantasy-themed beat-em-up that brings back the 90s arcade vibe to present day. With comic book style art and kick-ass soundtracks, it offers a unique experience that you can tackle solo or as co-op with friends while defining the next step in the story with your choices. It comes to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch August 19th. Monster Train First Class brings a new strategic layer to roguelike deck building with a tactical twist. Defend not one, but 3 vertical battlegrounds simultaneously as you fight to protect the final pyre against the forces of heaven. No playthrough is ever the same. It's a fresh challenge every time. You'll never play the same deck twice. Comes to Switch August 19th. Rims Racing, the first motorbike simulation that combines a realistic racing challenge with engineering and mechanics. Ride the world's most powerful motorbikes, the motorbikes, and optimize their performance by swapping out parts and analyzing data in real time. Comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch August 19th. 12 Minutes is a real-time, top-down interactive thriller with an accessible click-and-drag interface featuring James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and William Dafoe. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Comes to PC and Xbox One August 19th. Arietta of Spirits is a story-driven action-adventure game following Arietta on her journey to unveil the mysteries of the spirit realm. Immerse yourself in a story filled with emotion and surprising turns. It comes to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch August 20th. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Experience the expanded Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut featuring all additional content released to date. Forge a new path and wage an unconventional war for the freedom of Tsushima and explore a new story on Iki Island. It comes to PS5 and PS4 August 20th. And last but not least, Madden 22. All new features and franchise include staff management, an enhanced scenario engine, and weekly strategy. Share avatar progress and player class between face of the franchise and the yard with unified progression. And for the first time ever in Ultimate Team, adjust superstar X factors at halftime. I have no idea what I just read. It comes to PS5, PC, Xbox Series X, PS4, and Xbox One August 20th. That's all the news I got for you this week, guys. I hope you're having a great weekend. We'll see you soon.